DOCTORAL 2021 to welcome all the dignitaries, management, organizers, researchers, academicians, and students to the one-day program of Doctoral Symposium on Computational Intelligence, organized by Institute of Engineering and Technology, a constituent college of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow, India. Sponsored by Springer AISC Series, Scientific Research Group Egypt, Sciences and Technology of Image and Telecommunications Tunisia, Scientific Group of Research and Technology, with publication partner Springer, Elsewhere, Wiley, MDPI, and InterScience. We would like to express our sincere gratitude for your presence in this opening ceremony as the gateway to initiation of our scientific program. Doctoral Symposium on Computational Intelligence 2021 is organized with the objective of bringing together innovative scientists, professors, research scholars, students, and industrial experts in the field of computational intelligence to a common forum. The primary objective of the Doctoral Symposium are to provide a platform for sharing the research ideas on an international level and to meet domain experts to discuss research concepts, methodologies, and career issues. Second Doctoral Symposium on Computational Intelligence has received around 400 submissions from 16 countries, and after rigorous peer review, a total of 74 papers have been accepted for publication with an acceptance ratio of only 18%. All the accepted papers will be published in Springer series on advances in intelligence systems and computing, indexed in Scopus, Web of Science, and many more. Now, talking about the major aspects of the institutions, Institute of Engineering and Technology Lucknow is one of the premier and top rank institute among all technical institutions associated to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University Lucknow. The institute offers BTech, MTech, MBA, MCA programs and 6 of the UG engineering programs at IET, including Computer Science and Engineering, are NBA accredited. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, formerly known as UP Technical University, is the UP state government affiliating university offering various UG and PG professional degree programs related to AICTE, PCI, and COA New Delhi. The entire audience, cutting across the barriers of caste, color, creed, are now sitting together to find, explore, and implement innovative methods in technology. With an objective of encouraging the spirit of research and innovation, we began the conference. Now I would like to pass on the verbal baton to Dr. Ashish Khanna, alumnus of NIT Kurukshetra and Inatel Brazil, convener of DOSCI 2021, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Muskan. Good morning to all the dignitaries, academicians, students, people from the industry, and all the participants from all over the globe. On behalf of DOSCI 2021, I, Dr. Ashish Khanna, the convener of the conference, welcomes you all to the second version of Doctoral Symposium on Computational Intelligence, organized by Institute of Engineering and Technology, a constituent college of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow, India, and supported by Universal Innovator Lab. The idea of Doctoral Symposium came into existence around 2 years back in the discussions with Ananda Bose sir from Springer, where we came to the conclusion that the data is the future fuel of economy. An exclusive research community should be given the chance to publish, discuss, and present their research ideas. However, this idea got the wings under the able guidance of Professor Vineet Kansal sir. As said above, the data is the future fuel of the economy. However, the important thing is to get the accurate predictions out of the available data. In the new normal of COVID era, we need the platforms like DOSCI 2021, where all the researchers can present their research ideas. Second Doctoral Symposium on Computational Intelligence, that is DOSCI 2021, is unique in several ways, as we have received around 400 submissions from 16 countries, and after rigorous peer review, a total of 74 papers have been accepted for the publications with an acceptance ratio of only 18%. In total, around 1,600 researchers from all over the globe sent the papers to the mentioned platform, And all the papers will be published in the Springer series on advances in intelligent systems and computing, which is indexed in Scopus, Web of Science, and many more. The further selected papers of the conference will be sent to the following SCI, Scopus, and other reputed journals. Some of the journals are Multimedia Tools and Applications of Springer, which is indexed in SCI with an impact factor of 2.31. Expert Systems of Wiley, that is indexed in SCI with impact factor of 1.54. Electronics of MDPI, that is indexed in SCI with an impact factor of 2.41. Microprocessors and Microsystems, Embedded Hardware Design of Elsewhere, which is indexed in SCI with an impact factor of 1.16. International Journal of Pervasive Computing and Communication of Emerald, indexed in Scopus and ESCI, sorry. The International Journal of Data Analysis Techniques and Strategies, indexed in Scopus. International Journals of High Performance System Architecture of Indoscience, indexed in Scopus. International Journal of Information and Communication Technology of Indoscience, which is indexed in Scopus, and many more. I welcome our distinguished guests from AICT, IIT Kanpur, and international universities. I welcome Professor Giancarlo Fortino from Italy, Professor Abol Ella Hasnanian from Cairo University, Egypt, Professor Oscar Castillo from Mexico. We will be having the keynotes from Professor Manu Malik from USA, who is also the editor-in-chief of SCI Index Journal, Computer and Electrical, Professor John G. Hall from United Kingdom, who is ESCI, who is editor-in-chief of Expert Systems, Mr. Ananda Bose from Springer, Professor Pierluigi Ciano from Italy. I again welcome all the panelists, our authors, our reviewers, our distinguished guests from all over the globe to enjoy the keynotes enriching sessions of the research paper. Thank you again to all of you for joining. Thank you. I give the...
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Now I would like to request Professor D.S. Yadav, alumnus of IIT Kharagpur and University of Southampton, UK, HOD of the Computer Science Department at IET Lucknow, patron DOSCI 2021, to kindly address the gathering.
सर अनम्यूट कर लीजिए.
Thank you, Muskan. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our distinguished guests here. Professor M.P. Puniaji is just joined here, Vice Chairman of AICT, Professor Manindra Agarwal from IIT Kanpur, and in absentia, Professor Binay Pathakji, Honorable Vice Chancellor of APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. The idea of having a doctoral symposium on computational intelligence, this was coined, as mentioned by the convener, Dr. Khanna, long back at the APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, while working at the RDCs at the APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University. There are approximately 500 plus research scholars working in the area of computer science and engineering. And it was discussed and a plan that let us have a platform wherein the doctoral student, they can share the ideas, exchange the ideas with a wider community, and to see what kind of research is going on at other places. So we met thanks Dr. Team of Dr. Khanna and Dr. Gupta, and we worked together to make this happen. So as mentioned, with the wide publicity of this doctoral symposium, we were able to get good publication, quality publications from across the globe, around from 15 plus countries. And we have been very, very selective. So only outstanding ideas that has been accepted. And we really regret that we have not been able to accommodate some good publications. because of the crunch here. But nevertheless, some of the paper, good quality paper, would be going for Elsevier. Now, giving it the theme, here at the university, we are doing work in many areas in the area of computer science and engineering, ranging from development of algorithms in the protocol framework and theoretical computer science to the various upcoming areas of intelligence in the other application areas like we do work on formal modeling, transactional information system, and of course, areas like the data science and machine learning that is being explored. And I'm sure that this deliberation made in this symposium certainly would be beneficial for the doctoral student, those who have taken good topics, working on the various areas, to share and exchange their ideas and to come up at the platform. So kind of synchrony that would be required. So thank you very much. Here, a special mention to Professor Fortino from Italy, Professor Sanan from Cairo University, Egypt, and Professor Castillo, Shinjua Institute of Technology, Mexico, those who will be discussing some issues here. So with this work, I hope this is going to be very, very beneficial to all of the doctoral students. And at this time, I would like to acknowledge the great effort by the team sitting at the Delhi, Dr. Ashish Khanna and Deepak Gupta, along with the team at the Department of Computer Science Engineering, those which work here. Special mention to Dr. Parul Yadav ji, Dr. Upen Kumar ji, who made all the efforts to make it happen. So thank you very much, and let us.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I humbly request Professor H.K. Paliwal, alumnus of IIT Kanpur, Director of IET Lucknow, patron DOSCI 2021, to kindly address the audience.
Thanks, Muskan. Chief guest, Professor M.P. Puniaji, Vice Chairman, AICT New Delhi. Guest of honor, Padma Shri Professor Manindra Agarwal ji, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Kanpur. Professor Vinay Pathak ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, AKtU Lucknow. Distinguished speakers, keynote speakers from across the globe. Professor Vineet Kansal, General Chair of Symposium. Professor D.S. Yadav, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Lucknow. Dr. Ashish Khanna, Convener of Symposium. Dr. Deepak Gupta, Joint Convener of Symposium. Distinguished guests, officials, participating faculty members, researchers, and students. Very good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to inaugural ceremony of second doctoral symposium on computational intelligence, organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Institute of Engineering Technology, Lucknow, which is a constituent institute of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. The event is supported by Universal Innovator. This symposium is going to offer an exclusive opportunity for all of us to hear from and interact with eminent speakers of international repute on this fast evolving field of computational intelligence and get benefited. So on behalf of the Institute, I wish to thank the chief guest of honor, Honorable VC AKtU, and my special thanks are due to valuable contributions of distinguished speakers and participants. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the entire organizing team for their diligent work. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I humbly invite Professor Vineet Kansal, General Chair of DOSCI, alumnus of GB Pant University, Pantnagar, and IIT Delhi, professor at IET Lucknow, and Pro-Vice Chancellor of AKtU Lucknow for his welcome address in the second doctoral symposium on computational intelligence. We warmly welcome you, sir, to kindly address the audience.
Thank you, Muskan. At the outset, I would like to extend my sincere regards to the chief guest of this program, Professor M.P. Puniaji from AICTE, and Professor Manindra Agarwal ji, who have joined us from Delhi and Kanpur, and to bless us, to give us the guidance for this second doctoral symposium, whereby we have received, as Dr. Ashish said, more than 400 papers. And we have been very selective, and 18% papers with due rigorous reference and quality check have been accepted for Springer publications, which is Scopus indexed. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. I also extend my sincere thanks and acknowledge and welcome to the three professors who have joined us from Italy, from Mexico, and from Egypt, who have been here with us and, would be addressing the audience. I also welcome to the research scholars who have been here in this inaugural session, and all the people who have contributed papers and made this doctoral symposium a huge success. As the name suggests, it's a computational intelligence, and the corona pandemic has, suggested and shown us and taught us, we do need due intelligence, and a lot of things needs to be simulated intelligence, which would come through intelligent algorithms, intelligent machines, and that needs to be supported. That needs to be supported to the mankind. Of course, we as a human being would be on the driving seat, but these intelligent tools and support we do need it in the time to come, that we have understood. I'm sure all the deliberations of today's programs, all the keynote speakers would be highly beneficial for our students, for the research scholar who would be joining us, and will understand how the new normal after post-corona scenario and the due intelligence would lead us to the serve mankind better in the time to come. Thank you very much. I acknowledge and appreciate the director of the institute, my teacher, my mentor, Professor D.S. Yadavji, and Professor Vinay Kumar Pathakji, who is the Vice Chancellor of the university. And as of now, he is in the meeting with the Education Minister. So but he would be joining us shortly once he is free from that meeting. And I extend my sincere thanks to all the people who have been joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I welcome the distinguished speaker of DOSCI 2021, Professor Giancarlo Fortino from University of Calabria, Italy. Professor Giancarlo Fortino has a PhD degree and laureate degree in computer engineering from University of Calabria. He is in the list of top Italian scientists with an H index of 55 and 11,000 plus citations, according to Google Scholar. He authored about 450 publications in journals, conferences, and books, and chaired about 100 international conferences and workshops. He has also participated in the TPC of about 500 conferences. We warmly welcome you, sir. Kindly enlighten the gathering with your words.
Okay, thank you very much for your introduction. First of all, I'd like to welcome all people in this very interesting event, in this second doctoral symposium on computational intelligence. As my colleagues said before me, we received more than 400 submissions. This is an incredible number of submissions from many different countries. At the end of the day, 74 papers were accepted. So this is fundamental in order to highlight the quality of the work of the committees in order to select such papers. And the papers are in an area that is an important area, an emerging area, specifically in this period. It is, a pandemic, unfortunately, pandemic period in which we need to define new techniques based on AI, computational intelligence, in order to address difficulties to deal with different issues ranging from such kind of pandemic at different level, at the scientific level, at the medical level, at the organization and logistics level. So I think that this event will shed light on some aspects of computational intelligence. So this event is organized in two tracks, first track and second track. They are related to research design and advanced research paper. Both tracks are in the area of computational intelligence, so papers on artificial intelligence, deep learning, computer vision, soft computing, cloud computing, biomedical computing. So all topics that are extremely important nowadays. So in order to conclude, again, I'd like to thank all the steering committee. It's my honor to be a general chair, a co-general chair of this event. I was a distinguished speaker last year, so I wish you all the best in attending this great event, and I hope that this event, specifically for young researcher, PhD student, will be very profitable, and they could learn a lot from the presentation in order to boost their research and their career. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we have the distinguished guest of second doctoral symposium on computational intelligence, Professor Ebol Ella Hassanian from Cairo University, Egypt. Professor Ebol Ella Hassanian is an alumnus of Ain Shams University, Egypt, and Tokyo Institute of Technology, Japan. He has more than 1,000 scientific research papers published in prestigious international journals. He has an H-index of 55 with 16,000 plus citations. He is member of the Specialized Scientific Council of Information and Communications Technology, Academy of Scientific Research and Technology. We welcome you, sir, to kindly address the audience.
Thank you very much for this nice introductions, and I am happy to join this meeting that supports the young researcher, especially the PhD student. I like very much the idea of this meeting, and I will do, I think, the similar in Egypt in the coming few months. Usually, I like every meeting or every activity that support the young researcher around the world. In Egypt, I have established from more than 10 years ago a scientific research group that contains young researchers, especially master and PhD students in Egypt. We have more than 1,000 publications in prestigious journal and conference. Also, we have more than 100 textbook and editing book come from the young researcher, especially the student. We have good criteria to keep the student in this group. Every year, we do evaluation for the member based on their performance. We keep the good student in the group and fire the students or member with low performance, or their performance is come down. This year we have a good research map. Every 2 years we change the map of the group. This year we have a new map that support application research in that support the environment and the sustainable technology. This year we have, as you see in this slide, some new directions. We have some work before in space science, especially in the satellite tracking and monitoring. Also this year we open a new technology based on drone technology using some simulation, because in Egypt we don't have the permission from the government to design real drones. So we working on how AI can support the scheduling, battery charging of the drone technology through simulation and modeling. Also, we have biomedical engineer. We have good background and publication record that working under the umbrella of biomedical engineer. Also, we have very good direction on smart water resources. As you know, we have in Egypt a good, we have a problem with the waters between the country for the Nile in Egypt. Also, in food quality control, we open this new direction due our research map 2021. We open this direction also, how AI can support food sorting and grading, food safety, machine learning, how machine learning can do some innovation solutions in plant diseases, detection, automatic classification of food, and some real applications that support the food production in Egypt. Also, this year we open new directions, how to merge drones with blockchain technology. I see this trend is also new for the scientific research group in Egypt. We are working for some few publication, and soon we will see some published work in this direction. The new direction we are open this year in 2021 is a smart poultry management system, how AI or machine learning technology, deep learning technology, how to deal with the production of egg, of meat, of poultry industry, how to estimate the stress of poultry, prediction, also precision feeding system, how IoT that support welfare monitoring of animal technology, wearable sensor for avian influenza virus detections. Also, these directions under the trends polarity management system. So every year or 2 years, we change completely the direction map. So we keep our record of publications very good. Last year, we have published more than 100 papers based, made most of them made in Egypt by the student. We also have undergraduate student in this group. The number of the group in Egypt in this group, in scientific research group, is more than 50 members. Most of them from all the university in Egypt. We have to note that the member in this group is come not from Cairo University that I belong on it. Is come from almost all the university, Egyptian university and research institute in Egypt. This also is good. Is good to the group how to bring this diversity of students from many students. Also, we have collaboration with member outside Egypt. We have good team in India, many members from India belong to this group from different Arabic countries. This year, we invited many students from Arabic country to join the scientific research group in Egypt. This in brief about we are working in this group. Also, I'm happy to do some collaborations to invite some students to join this group from India. Before or last year, I think I opened a group between India and Egypt, and how to support this group to do some good research in some research that support or solve some problem to our country. This brief in what we do in Egypt under the umbrella of the research group, scientific research group in Egypt, we are continue to publish some good papers that support the scientific community in the world on this the umbrella I have mentioned in this slide. Thank you very much for these invitations and the chance to give me talk about the scientific research group in Egypt as an example to fire the student to do more work that support our research problem or our problem in our country. Thank you very much, and I wish this symposium and this meeting all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I welcome the distinguished guests of DOSCI 2021, Professor Oscar Castillo from Tijuana Institute of Technology, Mexico. Professor Oscar Castillo holds the Doctor in Science degree in Computer Science from the Polish Academy of Sciences. He has H-index of 77 with 20,000 plus citations. He is serving as Research Director of Computer Science and Head of the Research Group on Hybrid Fuzzy Intelligence Systems. Currently, he is President of Hispanic American Fuzzy Systems Association and past President of International Fuzzy Systems Association. We warmly welcome you, sir. Kindly share with us your views and wise words.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction, and I'm very pleased to be here in this second doctoral symposium and on computational intelligence. I would like to thank all the organizers, the dignitaries from the University of Lucknow, Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow, India, and my friends Deepak Gupta, Ashish Khanna, who invited me also to this event. And I would like to say that this is very important, have our doctoral students make these interesting works and compete and elevate the level of the research in this kind of events. It's very important also to get acquainted with experts like the keynote speakers that will be talking in this program. And it's a very exciting program, combining keynotes from well-known experts along with research scholars and doctoral students. It's very important, and also they learn to publish in edited books by Springer, and then in the special issues of the journals also they will learn to write these journal papers, and then maybe for the later works as professors or teachers, they will be knowledgeable of this, and also they will pass this knowledge to their future students. And I'm very pleased and I'm very happy to see these kinds of events have this success in this kind of program. And I would like just want to say that I'm from Tijuana. This is a city on the border with the US, near San Diego, California, but we are in Mexico. We have our group. Maybe Mexico is mostly known by the capital, which is Mexico City, but now we have a lot of research on computational intelligence in the north of Mexico. And Tijuana is one of the biggest cities in the north of Mexico, and we have a group. We have here, maybe you can see in this photo, Professor Achok, late Professor Achok. He died, I think, last year, but he was from India and coming to our country sometimes, and also professors from Poland, Bulgaria, and other parts. We have our own conference for our students and our teachers and professors, and this is very, very important. Even now, we are having through online mode because of the pandemics, but we can reach more people. That's the advantage of that. Maybe when we were meeting in these small meetings face to face, it was another way to reach out to people, but now we reach out by this mode. More difficult for us that are older, but we try to do our best, and I think it's working in some way. We can reach more people from more countries, and I would like to say that I hope that this will be very good for all of us, for all the students and the professors and the research scholars, and I'm sure this will be just the second in this time, but will be third, fourth, and more editions of this in the future, and I'm glad, and I wish you the best. Thank you very much, and I hope I can meet with you also in other events in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I now introduce the Chief Patron of DOSCI and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak, sir, from AKtU, Lucknow. His research interests include computational geometry. Yes, sir.
Muskan, I'll request, because he has still not joined, he's still in meeting. So you continue with Professor Manindra Agarwal, sir.
Yes, sir. Now I would like to welcome the guest of honor, Padma Shri, Professor Manindra Agarwal, Senior Professor at IIT Kanpur. Professor Manindra Agarwal is also the Adjunct Professor at Chennai Mathematical Institute and Senior Faculty Institute at International Center for Theoretical Sciences, Bangalore. His research interests include complexity theory and computational number theory. He has an H-index of 24 with 3,600 plus citations. He was also the recipient of the first Infosys Prize for Mathematics and the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award in Mathematical Sciences in 2003. He created the AKS primality test, for which he and his co-authors won the 2006 Fulkerson Prize and the 2006 Gödel Prize. He has also been honored with the Padma Shri in 2013. It's an honor to have you, sir. Kindly bless us with your wise words and guide us.
Thank you for the nice introduction, and it's my pleasure to be here amongst all the distinguished guests, and particularly all the students of this doctoral symposium. I first of all would like to compliment AKtU and particularly Dr. Vinay for organizing this event. Many times what happens is that a PhD student gets very set in his or her ways, even working on a specific problem, and loses a perspective of what is happening in a large area, what are the developments, because the focus shifts very specifically to the problem under consideration. And that's where such events are going to be hugely beneficial to the doctoral students, get a perspective and understanding of what is happening around the world. Very advanced updates and also several well documented
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Manindra sir, आपका नहीं आ रहा है sir?
I am assuming I am audible.
No sir.
Hello.
We could not hear you in last 2
Is
minutes.
my
Sir.
voice audible? No, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I think there is some problem with the connection. I am actually traveling. So I was saying that I don't know at what point my voice broke off, but the basic thing I was saying is that these events are of great benefit to the graduate students because they get to learn of new domains, the latest development happening around the world, and also at times use to the benefit of their research. So I would urge all the graduate students to pay a lot of attention to all the talks and take home the necessary knowledge and message from them. So with these, I wish the event all the success and great learning to all the graduate students. Thank you.
Thank you, Manindra sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Muskan, give me a second. Let me just check with VC sir in case he can join. Give me
Yes,
a
sir.
30 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
In the meantime, I would like to tell the audience that you will be joining on the different link for the sessions at 12:30. The links has already been shared to you, and it will be you have to join after post inauguration session at 12:30. But you are all kindly join at 12:15 only, so that we can send you to the respective sessions. So post inauguration session, please join us. Professor Sir is joining, I think.
Sir, namaskar. We can see you if you can just address. Professor Manindra already blessed us. Sir, VC sir.
So I want to welcome everybody on the kind of the occasion of the conference. And I think it's one of the very good postdoctoral conference which we are having. I want to thank Manindra sir and all other people who have joined this conference. So my great wishes to this conference. And actually I'm slightly busy, so I will catch up later with all of you. But thanks to everybody for joining this kind of a conference.
Sir, Punia sir भी online है हमारे साथ.
Punia sir, namaskar sir. Professor Punia.
Namaskar, Vishab. Namaskar.
Namaskar. So welcome to all of you in this conference.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Muskan.
Sir.
You can
Thank
continue.
you, sir. I'm not getting signal also.
Muskan,
Now I would like to welcome the chief guest of DOSCI, alumnus of IIT Delhi, Vice Chairman AICTE Delhi, Professor MP Punia. Professor MP Punia is specialized in the field of mechanical engineering, renewable energy, and sustainable development. He has guided a number of MTech and PhD dissertations. Prior to this, he remained as the principal of Government Engineering College, Bikaner, and as the director of National Institute of Technical Teachers Training and Research, Chandigarh. He received the National Award for the Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities by the Honorable President of India in 2013 in New Delhi. We warmly welcome you, sir, to kindly address the audience.
And thank you. Good morning. Honorable Professor Vinay Pathak, Vice Chancellor of very, very prominent university of the country, Dr. APJ Kalam. The team IIT, who is responsible for organizing this very important event that is on innovation computing, and where majority of the participants are having PhD degrees already. So that type of symposium which is being organized, and it is second in the series. So I'll be congratulating whole team, and particularly Dr. Ashish Khanna, who is convener of this event, Professor Manindra Agarwal ji from IIT Kanpur, Dr. Vineet Kansal, Professor Devakar Singh Yadav, Dr. Deepak Gupta, our international friends, Dr. Carlo, Dr. SN, Dr. Askab, Dr. Paliwal, and the participants who are connected with this event. So whole team should be congratulated, and certainly the outcome of this very important event, it will be helping our graduates who are the future of the country in these emerging areas, and particularly the advances which are taking place in the field of computing. For our international friends, our education system, Indian education system, and specifically higher education system, it's very big. We are having 1,000 universities in the country. We are having 50,000 colleges, and around 30 million students are studying in higher education. This much big education system we are having, probably it is more than the population of Australia. The total population of Australia and the students who are studying in higher education in our country, it is more than that. So that sort of education system we are having, and our target is our graduate should be competent, the value-based education which we are imparting, the team building abilities which they are having, the sincerity, dedication, everything which they are having, we want they should move everywhere in the world, and they should be able to deliver with confidence, and they should prove that we people are very, very special in the area of research, innovation for the mankind, for the betterment of the society. And though that sort of result should be visible everywhere in the corner, we want our graduates should be technically sound. Their technical knowledge, their core competencies which they are having, they should be very, very sound, and professionally they should be competent. The profession in which they are working, and particularly professional ethics which they are having, multidisciplinary approaches which they are having, they should be able to do all sort of problem solving abilities with moral values and ethics. And finally, whatever they are doing, it should be relevant to the society. Society is having enormous expectation from the young generation which is coming out through this technical education system. They should be able to prove that they are meant for the society. Many schemes we are having in the area of research, the funding which we can provide, and even in national education policy, now there is a different section for research. It is National Research Foundation. And in our budget just now, which has been announced, in that budget provision of 50,000 crores, it has been kept for only for the purposes of researches and research on the needs of the country in mission mode. And depending upon the demands of the states, depending upon the demands of the country, depending upon the needs in which area that research is needed, use of these emerging areas, particularly this artificial intelligence, data sciences, IoT, cyber security, robotics, AR, VR, deep learning, in all sort of areas, the need of the society which is there, it may be related to environment, it may be related to agriculture, it may be related to water conservation, it may be related to energy conservation. Hope the needs of the society will be fulfilled by the researchers who are working in these areas, and particularly the prominent teachers who are connected here. Even many of the industry participants may be there today. So foremost is whatever research is being done, it should be relevant to the society. End of the research, some useful product we should have in our hand. Whatever we are doing, it should be with some target that after this work which I'm doing, this sort of product which will be benefiting the whole community. That sort of approach in our education, it has to be. So the funding provision which has been kept, that is 50,000 crores, it's huge amount. every state, every university may be in the remotest corner of the country, they'll be getting this fund. So in every university, the environment of research will be prepared in time to come. Even in national education policy, there is a concept of multidisciplinary education, multidisciplinary researches. Probably the funding which will be available and the positive environment which is being created into the universities, the multidisciplinary resources also will be promoted. When I'm saying innovative computing, then it may be a mechanical engineering student, it may be civil engineering, it may be electronics student. Those should also be able to participate. And even as per AICT policy in our curriculum, every student can take some 20 credits from these emerging areas also. Someone is doing BTech in civil engineering, he can take IoT 20 credits. So that sort of multidisciplinary approaches also it has been started. We are having a national doctor fellowship scheme every year for 1,000 students who wish to pursue PhD after doing their MTech. We are providing handsome amount of funding, not only in the form of the scholarship and all, even the equipments which they are purchasing for their researches, that funding also we are giving. So students are entering into the laboratories with handsome stipend with them, and same time the sufficient amount for creating the research environment into the laboratories, the lab equipment, the software, the computational facilities which they need, we are providing to them. We are having quality improvement program in the country where teachers can move for improving their quality. And the scheme which we are having, if someone is pursuing PhD, our technical education teacher in IIT Delhi, if he wish, in between he can go outside India also for 6 months, if that IIT Delhi permits that you can go out, and for that purpose we are giving funding. If someone is doing research in NIT, he can go in IIT for 6 months, we are doing funding to them. If some students are having some innovative ideas and they would like to pursue those innovative ideas into the form of some startups, we are giving a help up to 10 lakh rupees. If some of the students are participating in some competition in India and they are winning here, and if they are participating abroad at global level, even for those students also we are having handsome amount of funding. Our condition is when they are outside India, when they are in international competitions, when they are participating, Indian flag should be in their hands. So that sort of connect with the country, whatever it is being done, it is for the betterment of the country. Honorable Prime Minister of India is dreaming that our country should be Atam Nirbhar, self-reliant country, and that will be through this young generation, and this young generation will be molded by the prominent teachers which we are having in the country. One innovative approach we are having for enhancing the employability of our engineering graduates, that is in the form of NEET platform, National Education Alliance for Technologies. Just like a SWAM platform, we have created one huge platform where any student can participate on that one. And the digital contents which has been created by industries, all those digital contents we have compiled at one particular place. So around 250 type of products are there. It may be related to coding, it may be related to virtual labs, it may be related to communication skills, it may be related to soft skills. So different areas of contents are available. And while students are learning, depending upon their own capabilities, every student can't be of same level. So component of artificial intelligence is also available with all those products. So depending upon the personalized abilities of the students, adaptive learning concept is being provided. The learning of the students is becoming important, and the capacity of the different students are different. Some of them may be from a rural background, their communication, their languages may be weaker. So according to that one, that platform is giving them guidance so that learning is becoming effective. And now for every student, the internship is mandatory in every engineering graduate, polytechnic graduate. They have to go for 6 months into the industries also. So all sort of learning which they are having in classes, they should be able to apply, and not only apply in old concepts of engineering education which we are having, all the modern areas which are there, that is as per the needs of the industry. As per those needs, we are providing that sort of environment. And I'm very happy the biggest technical university of the country, Dr. APJ Kalam Technical University, who is leader. In fact, in all sort of areas, they are leader. Maybe digital education, maybe part of researches, the innovative abilities, building of the students, the entrepreneurship environment which is being provided. So in all areas, they are becoming the role model. In AICT is having enormous expectation from this biggest university, prominent university of the country, in the form of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And end of this event, today's event, when it will be completed, whatever recommendations of the researchers are there, in fact, for improving the researchers in the country, in the form of changes in the policy, if something is needed, please do communicate to AICTE also. Whatever positive suggestions will be coming, we'll be very happy to implement in the country. With these words, thank you very much for giving opportunity. Best wishes, and hope this will be a very, very successful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Punya sir, and sure we will share with you the recommendations which comes forward and to you for the interest and for the benefit of everyone, sir. Surely will. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Yes, Muskan, please.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Deepak Gupta, alumnus of Delhi Technological University and Inatel, Brazil, convener of DOSCI 2021, to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Muskan. Good morning to all the delegates. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to thank our chief guest, Professor M.P. Punya, the Vice Chairman of All India Council for Technical Education, who, despite of his busy schedule, has found time to grace the inaugural ceremony of second Doctoral Symposium on Computational Intelligence. And I would also like to express my heartfelt thanks to our guest of honor, Professor Manindra Agarwal, Padma Shri Professor from IIT Kanpur, for his valuable time and presence in this inaugural ceremony. We are grateful to our General Chair, Professor Giancarlo Fortino, the distinguished guests from Professor Abol L. Hasnan and Professor Oscar Castillo for their presence during the Doctoral Symposium, with a further testimony to our sincere pursuit to achieve nothing less than the best. I would like to give my sincere thanks to the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak sir, for his leadership, a constant support of motivation, and creating an ecosystem for smoother conduction of this symposium. Special thanks to Professor Vineet Kansar for his constant guidance in conduction of this symposium. At last, I would like to thank all the volunteers, participants, session chairs, and keynote speaker of this symposium. Thank you so much.
Would like to place on record our sincere thanks to Professor Divakar Singh Yadav sir and the director of the institute, and my colleague Dr. Parul Yadav and Dr. Upendra Upadhyay, who have been always working very, very hard on the ground, both of them. And all the research scholars, all my colleagues in the department, all colleagues in the institute, who have been mental support, emotional support in order to carry out this wonderful event. Thank you very much for being the part of this and to support to me, and especially to Professor D.S. Yadav sir. Thank you very much, sir. So I think now we can move on to the next session, and Dr. Deepak, if you can announce, people would be joining the other links for,
sure.
Yeah, please do announce that.
Sure. Now we have the presentation at 12:30. So all the participants have received the second link for joining the presentation and keynote sessions. So I request all the participants to please join using that second link for the presentations. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, we may announce for concluding ceremony also, time and link. And keynote sessions.
Yeah, we'll move on to the presentation sessions by the author now, and the keynote sessions will start by 3:40 p.m. And all the participants are requested to wait here. They will soon be assigned to their respective session rooms. Also, kindly change your display name to